OMG. Jeon Jungkook shakes Tampa. This Arirang World Tour performance leaves the world speechless. Hello ARMY around the world. Welcome back to the Kpop BTS channel, where every second, every moment, and every story from BTS feels more alive, closer, and more meaningful. Today, we're diving into a night that wasn't just a concert, it was history. A moment that made the world truly fall silent, for one name. And that name is Jeon Jungkook. That night in Tampa felt different from any other. The warm Florida air blended with the energy of tens of thousands of ARMYs who had filled the stadium since early evening. No one was really sitting. Everyone stood, eyes locked on the stage, gripping their light sticks tightly, as if afraid to miss even a single second of what was about to happen. As the sky slowly darkened, one by one, purple lights began to glow. A sea of ARMY bombs created a breathtaking, like a galaxy brought down to Earth. Every person there wasn't just a spectator, they were part of something far greater. Seconds passed. The background music began to rise softly. Those first gentle notes immediately made hearts race faster. And without warning, the lights went out. Silence. Complete silence. As if the entire world had stopped spinning. Then, boom. The bass dropped hard. Lights flashed dramatically. And at the center of the stage, he appeared. Jeon Jungkook. The crowd exploded instantly. The stadium shook with deafening screams, so intense and emotional it felt like it echoed through every heartbeat. Some fans burst into tears, others screamed uncontrollably, while many simply covered their mouths, unable to believe they were truly seeing him with their own eyes. But what made it different was the way Jeon Jungkook stood there. Calm, confident, powerful. His gaze swept across the entire stadium, as if making sure every single person felt seen. And when the music rose, his body moved. Every step was precise. Every motion was alive. Every expression, real. This wasn't just dance. This was art. This was storytelling. This was a soul poured into every second of performance. And when his vocals came in, everything changed. Jeon Jungkook's voice wasn't just heard, it was felt. Flowing, touching, striking deep into the hearts of everyone present. Even those sitting in the farthest rows felt exactly what those near the stage felt. On the giant screens, his face showed intense focus. But beneath that focus, there was something deeper. Longing. Joy. Emotion that couldn't be hidden. And that's where his power lies. Jeon Jungkook didn't just perform, he made everyone feel. As the concert reached its midpoint, the atmosphere shifted dramatically. The beat intensified. The lights went wild. The energy became uncontrollable. Jeon Jungkook revealed another side of himself, bolder, more explosive, completely untamed. Every move drove the crowd into deeper hysteria. Every stomp on stage felt like a tremor shaking the entire stadium. And at that moment, the world outside reacted. Social media exploded. The name Jeon Jungkook trended across multiple countries. Fancam clips spread at lightning speed. From Indonesia to South Korea to the United States, everyone was talking about the same thing. This is insane. This doesn't feel real. He's not human. And maybe, they weren't entirely wrong. Because what happened on that stage that night, went beyond anyone's expectations. But behind all the energy and spectacle, there was one moment that made everything stop. The lights dimmed slowly. The music softened. And Jeon Jungkook stood alone at center stage. No massive choreography. No dramatic effects. Just a voice. And emotion. The silence that filled the stadium wasn't empty, it was heavy, filled with anticipation, with emotion waiting to be released. You could almost hear the heartbeat of thousands of fans sinking into one. He began to sing, more softly, deeper, more honestly. Each note carried something raw. Something real. And that's when many armies started to cry. Because they weren't just hearing a song, they were feeling a journey. The journey of a young talent who once stood nervously on stage, growing into a global icon who now commands the world with just his presence. Some fans embraced each other, holding on tightly as if to anchor themselves in that overwhelming moment. Some covered their faces, unable to hold back the flood of emotions. Others simply stood still, eyes locked on him, tears falling without even realizing it. It felt like time itself had stopped. No one checked their phones. No one spoke. It was just Jungkook, and millions of hearts listening. As the final song approached its end, the atmosphere turned into a fragile mix of joy and sadness. A beautiful contradiction, celebrating the moment while mourning its inevitable end. Everyone knew, this moment was coming to a close. But no one was ready. Jungkook took a small step forward, standing at the very edge of the stage, gazing into the endless ocean of purple light stretching far beyond what the eye could see. For a brief second, he just stood there, taking it all in. He smiled. A soft, genuine smile. Then he bowed slowly, longer than usual, as if trying to express everything words couldn't. And the stadium erupted. Applause filled the air. Not just loud, but long. Very long. It echoed, it lingered, it refused to fade, just like the memory of that night. It was as if no one wanted to let go, as if clapping a little longer could somehow make the moment stay. And in that night, in Tampa, one thing became undeniably clear. This wasn't just a concert. This wasn't just a performance. This was history. This was a moment where music transcended language, where emotion connected millions, where one artist stood at the center of it all and reminded the world what true artistry feels like. This was the moment the world paused, just to watch one name shine brighter than ever before. Jeon Jungkook. And maybe, for everyone who witnessed it, whether in the stadium or through a screen, that moment will live on forever. Army, if you could have been there that night, what would you do when you saw Jeon Jungkook perform live? Would you scream? Cry? Or simply stand there, completely speechless? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Kpop BTS for more epic stories, unforgettable moments, and incredible journeys from BTS. See you in the next